Brian, who wears the
Fucking
pants
piece
in
of
this
shit.
relationship, brother? You're just going to take
God
that?
damn,
She's
you
gonna
want to
tell you
buy
what to do,
fucking
where to go,
more?
what to say? Far out, Brian. Did she read you a bedtime story before bed at night time? Did she leave the light on?
Yeah, probably. I still have to eat, but I don't see
I
why
would put it
not.
up there. I would put up there his conduct along with the war in Iran. I would put up the relationships
What the
or
fuck
lack
has
thereof
gotten
that we
into
have with
you,
other
dog?
countries. I would talk about kissing the ass of Vladimir Putin, inviting him on American soil,
the deal that we
writing
just
love
signed with
letters,
Montenegro, by the way?
writing love. I wasn't done yet. Writing love
said that we
letters.
don't
I
have
wasn't
any-
done yet.
Oh.
He wanted everything.
Writing love letters to Kim Jong Un, inviting Vladimir Putin on American
I like
soil.
eating
No
the
sanctions. Russia has given up
spaghettini.
no sanctions. Iran, if we're going back to the war, gives up no sanctions. I would also talk about his personal conduct. And yes, I do think January
No, it's the
6th
very
and
thin
lying about the
pasta.
election and saying the election was stolen and attacks on our democracy are also a big part
It's
of this.
like it's
I could
the
go down
spaghetti
the
noodles,
list
but like
of his
smaller.
personal
is
conduct
what I
and the way
mean.
he's treated women in his life. I don't
Like they're
want someone
thinner.
talking like that or actually threatening the life of 6 elected Democrats because all those 6, including Mr. Kelly, all the Democrats simply said was, don't abide by unlawful orders, which is, by the way, it's not illegal to make that claim at all. And Donald Trump alluded to the fact that they should be executed. 6 elected
yeah,
officials.
you are
We've
right.
never had a
It
president
is-
in modern day
it
history
is,
talk like that about people that he disagrees with,
wait.
saying that they should be killed
Okay, never mind.
because you shouldn't abide by
It
lawful
just says
orders.
spaghetti
Are you
on
kidding
mine.
me?
I stand by my claim at the beginning. All you do is obsess about Donald Trump, okay?
That's a great retort. Great debate. Great argument there.
And
dude.
here's
Great
what
argument.
I will say, Brian, about
Cool.
this is James Buchanan led to 7 states seceding from the Union, caused a whole bunch of violence in our country,
Don't ever fucking
and
question
caused
me again.
over,
You
what was it,
understand?
1.5 million Americans to die throughout the Civil War. Yet you have the nerve, you have the gall to not take into effect of human life, whether it's in the 1800s or now, and say that Donald Trump, of all
Dude,
people,
we got a
businessman
new
from
bottle
New
of
York,
ketchup.
who gave
and
housing to
a
many
new
different
bottle
people, who
of
gave employment to many
Parmesan,
different people,
dog.
is the worst president in American history.
Let's talk
Do you
about
know how-
lives.
That's fucking
Let's talk
incredible.
about American lives.
Do you know how
I think
ignorant
we
you
know
sound?
who the real ignorant is here if you want to do ad hominem attacks.
Ain't that
Again, I'm happy to do
incredible?
that with you. But let's talk about American lives real quickly.
No,
let's talk
I
about
wasn't
human life.
done with my claim, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm waiting. If
I
you
was
could-
doing the Obama pause. You know, when you say something smart, you do the pause. So
Is she flirting with the other guy?
Ugh.
Listen to that shit, guys.
We've got some nice
Listen.
round.
if
I
you
was
could-
doing the
ground
Obama
beef and
pause.
pork.
You know, when you say something smart, you do the pause. So I
Have
let
that
it
with
sink
some
into you. And so here's
spaghettini.
what I will say about.
Some nice sauce.
Brian has his literal girlfriend at the table. She's not laughed at one of his jokes. She thinks she doesn't like his shirt. She
Dog,
doesn't
why
like
didn't you
his
just
hat.
get
She thinks his
wings
face is a
from
bit
the
red.
bar that your
This kid
sister
comes on
works
here,
at? dog?
Trump-like aura, mogging, absolutely mogging and destroying.
Whoa!
And getting little girl next door laughs, giggles
Fuck it off.
from
Oh.
Brian's girlfriend.
Oh.
Wow. Brian.
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
About the James Buchanan argument
Yeah,
is
dude.
he was personally fraudulent as a person as well. He was a raging alcoholic in the White House.
He didn't. No. He never told me that. Was some dude who likes her. What the fuck? Yeah, give me that dude's address. I'll blow up his fucking house. Oh, man. Can't imagine that wealth, dude. When you could just fucking pay for somebody's fucking trip.
he probably was committing the crimes that were happening even to the likes of Epstein
fucking
Island.
amazing.
But how would we know, right? How would we even have a clue that any of those crimes were being committed? So the fact that you could say that Donald
It is
Trump is the worst
amazing.
president in American history is lacking fact, it's lacking any sort of intelligence, and you're just lacking some type of degradation in your own soul, because I feel like there are some own misfortunes.
I don't even know if degradation is a word. I don't think
dude.
degradation is a word, but we're gonna give it to him. We're gonna. It's gonna.
What if
be
you had a
playable,
girlfriend, but
okay?
she constantly, like her skin
Degradation is
constantly
lacking
smelled like
degradation. Brian is
Parmesan?
lacking degradation in the soul.
What the magic is?
Yeah, yeah.
Give it to him.
That you see through Donald Trump, and that's why you resonate so heavy with him and talk about him
Yeah.
all the time, Brian.
All
Yeah,
the
I talk
time.
about him all the time.
And
Because
you like gambling, right?
Can
The
we,
Taj
can we-
Mahal, you should have gambled there.
By the way, that filed for bankruptcy, you dumb shit. So let's
Well, you're old
let's,
enough, you could have.
let me, my turn now.
Other people in the chat, you don't know the word degradation? Well, that's not what he said, is it, dumbass? He said degradation. Okay? That's what we were talking about. Alright? You are Degra.
Oh, dude, that's incredible what you just told me. So your sister has like
You are-
hundreds of thousands of dollars saved up, and she gets a free trip
No, filed for
because some
bankruptcy.
dude.
So you can
Cancer or
attack my
whatever.
age and my appearance, and one of the first statements out of your mouth was, "I suck Donald Trump's dick." You're a very serious person. But
I
now
said that's
Clip it, boys. Clip it.
appearance,
Yeah,
and
no,
one of the
I would
first statements out of your
say
mouth was, "I
I wouldn't
suck Donald Trump's dick." You're
Clip it. Somebody clip it
rely.
right now.
I wouldn't rely
Clip
on your
it.
sister to have an objective view
Guys,
of the world.
Please. Look at
And
Rick.
she could have
Rick is a
that.
Brian fan. Okay?
You're a fucking moron. Oh, you're a fucking moron.
Rick, do you want to jump on stream and tell me about it? I'll send you the invite link right now. You can come and talk to me. Rick, if you are man enough, he actually is a spitting image of Brian. He's Brian in 5 years. Actually, the resemblance is uncanny. Brian loses his eyesight and goes grey. Jump in, Rick. Jump in, Rick. You're invited. Just tell us where to send the link and you can tell me all about how much of a moron I am. Okay?
attack my age and my appearance, and one of the first statements out of your mouth was, "I suck Donald Trump's dick." You're
Guys, please, somebody clip that and send it to me. I need that. I need that.
a very serious person. But now
I said that's what.
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. Now it's my turn, dude.
Get him saying that about Donald Trump's dick, and then him going, ah. Someone send that. The dick, and then him going, ah. Okay? Get that for me. I need it, please.
But
Okay.
hold on.
Pretend Donald Trump's dick is in your mouth and
Hold
shut
on.
up for a second, okay?
Okay. It just got better. Somebody needs to make this edit for me, okay? When he says that about Donald Trump's dick, and then he opens his mouth, and then he goes, pretend Donald Trump's dick in your mouth. And then do that edit again of him opening his mouth. Pretend Donald Trump's dick's in your mouth. Ah. Okay? If anybody's creative in the audience and can do that for me, please, please make an edit for me.
Talked about American lives. I remember during the global pandemic when we were losing 3,000 to 5,000 people a day. I remember when Donald Trump decided to go on a little campaign tour, if we want to talk about American lives and his lack of caring about American citizens. He made people sign waivers, and in that waiver basically saying in legal terms that if you get sick or die, you can't sue us. So if you want to talk about American lives, he took his COVID press conferences, which was supposed to be serious and talking about COVID, and in many of those press conferences that are available on social media, he turned them into campaign rallies and he made it about himself. He also downplayed the seriousness of the virus, and no matter whether you agree with me or not on how well Donald Trump did in dealing with the virus, the fact of the matter is that millions of people died. And I do think a part of that was his rhetoric.
I saved it on Discord. We see more salaries entered in base chat on Discord. Guys, if you're not in Discord, it should be in the link should be below, or the mods can put the Discord link. Make sure you're in the Discord. But the clip has just been shipped on Discord. But I want that edit. Him saying that, opening his mouth, and then saying pretend Donald Trump's dick's in your mouth, and then opening his mouth again. All right? We want that.
So your master was here
I think-
all along. Well played, Padawan. Your lies convinced even Darth Angral.
Oh, look at the fucking legs on that fucking chick, dude. Fuck.
Put down that lightsaber and
Those
step away
thighs.
from my Padawan.
Spare me your pathetic demands. I hold the power here, not you. Imperial intelligence noticed this girl wandering the station and alerted my master. Darth Angral came from 20 parsecs away for a personal
I
interrogation.
don't know. You gotta ask
were led to
fucking
believe you weren't
Renera,
here.
dog.
Told them you were on
And fucking
Corellia.
Kristen Cole.
Suckers.
No matter. We have you now. Surrender. Unless you want your Padawan to die.
He's lying. He can't kill me. Angrel's orders.
Yeah, that's overkill.
No one will walk away from this.
You do realize you're vastly outnumbered, not to mention outmatched. I'll never understand what drives you Jedi to throw away your lives. You risk certain death to free this girl. Why? Some misguided sense of
You
duty.
must kill them all.
I'm not here to discuss philosophy.
Unfortunate. It would have bought you a few extra moments of life. When I present Darth Angral with your head, he'll be most appreciative.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I've never been happier to see anyone
think-
my whole life.
One Sith Lord, just their lightsaber could take over all of Westeros.
I'm glad you're safe, but I need to know what this was all about.
Not much to tell. One second I'm watching smugglers haggle over spice, next thing I know the Sith have me. Angral wanted to know everything about you. Threatened to kill me if I didn't answer all his questions.
You obviously didn't tell him anything useful.
What kind of Jedi do you think I am? Angral left with an Imperial Admiral to refit a battlecruiser. Sounds like they have some new weapon. Desolator? We should warn the General about this right away.
Fuck. Ugh.
when he was left a playbook, for lack of a better term, from Barack Obama on how to deal with the global pandemic, they openly admitted that they threw it away. They didn't use it. And I thought his handling of the pandemic was as worse as you could have done per capita. When we're talking about lives that were lost, we were one of the worst in the country. I would also talk about gun control. I would talk about...
the world.
I'm talking about American lives, so I'm trying to stick to what you said.
Yeah, you said it's the worst in the country. You mean worst in the world, right?
Per capita. I talk about gun control. You know, after the Sandy Hook shooting, Barack Obama tried to do everything he could to try to pass some gun...
Holy filibuster. Can we get some moderation in here? Can we get a bit of back and forth going?
Legislation, tried to do anything and everything he could. Right down the street, as you know, we had one of the worst mass shootings, I think it was the worst in American history, where I think over 60 people were killed. The next day, Donald Trump talked about gun control, and I'm like, wow, maybe something is going to happen here. And he talked about...
All right, guys, here's the wager, okay? The salary sent it, thank you very much. Lord Rattlesnake from Pix Paradox, and Blaine says he's got to have a humiliation fetish or something. All right, here's the wager, guys. If we hit the goal today, we'll get those edits done, or I'll just post that, what I just got sent on Discord, and we'll post it on X, or we'll just send it to Brian on X with a message, and we'll get to craft the message ourselves. All right? If we hit the goal today, that's what the wager is here. We will either send. You guys get to choose $100 donations, and you get to choose what we do. But if we hit the goal, we're going to do that. We're going to send that video to Brian in his DMs. Or we can post it, whatever you guys want to do.
Bump stocks, which is a very small part of this. And then several days after that, since the topic is American lives, he met with, at the time, was the NRA president. And he completely switched. For 2 days or 3 days, he was talking about gun control.
He's mischaracterizing the topic. It's not American lives.
No.
It's about the American lives.
I'm not. Hold on. Let me just finish. Let me just finish. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because we have some of the worst gun violence in American history. A lot of innocent people lose their lives every day, hence American lives. The reason why I'm talking about ICE.
Yes,
hold on, let me finish.
We should give
I'm trying to.
Dog, you could become the next Captain America.
Why Donald Trump doesn't have empathy. I'll give you another about American lives. I'm talking about innocent lives. I can talk about Lindsey Graham or Charlie Kirk. A day after Charlie Kirk was murdered, Donald Trump was asked, "How are you holding up? Are you doing okay, Mr. President?" He said, "I'm fine." And then he started talking about the ballroom. Okay. Lindsey Graham, he fell asleep.
Where's this going?
It's going to the point where he doesn't care about American lives.
Hold on.
You're not a serious person.
Stop. You're all about to see how fucking serious I am. Shut up.
Oh, tough guy over here. Like, trying to do the tough guy moderation thing is so cringe. Let's just watch it one more time, though.
Stop. You're all about to see how fucking serious I am. Shut up. I need metrics.
Bro. She just put Brian's collar on him and just started whipping him. You know, see how fucking serious I am. It's so fucking serious right now. So stupid but serious right now. Puts Brian's collar on him. Step on his nuts with high heels. Look at him.
What you're appealing to right now are like emotional pieces of, or like these one-offs, these things, right? These little things that happen. And I think what he's providing, he gave you a number. He said 1.5 million. I think it was something like that, right? And that's a metric. He's looking for a metric. And
yep.
Chris Steelney says at least put the goal up. Let's give that a rush. Guys, we're not even close right now. We're not even remotely close.
It's not a one-off. We have some of the worst gun violence and more people dying than any other country in the world. That's not a one-off.
Number of how many people Donald Trump has killed.
Throughout
all of human history, we've been able to do that with every leader. Do it with me right now.
How many people he's killed?
You won't.
You want to talk about COVID? You want to talk about
Stop buying time, Brian. Answer.
I'm not buying time. I'm answering your question. I believe Donald Trump is responsible based on the way he responded to COVID. I believe at least 1 million people, at least 1 million lives would have been saved if it was taken more seriously, if he actually talked more about the vaccine.
Now we're going to hear the story about how Brian nearly died from COVID. Get a better immune system, Brian. Maybe that wouldn't have happened.
He talked in his press conferences and actually spoke about it. It's the reason why so many idiots on the right think that the COVID it wasn't even a real virus, or that the vaccines were killing all these people. That is indirect because of Donald Trump. Millions of people have died because of Donald Trump's rhetoric. I also believe Charlie Kirk would still be alive today if not for Donald Trump's rhetoric. I believe Ashley Babbitt would be alive today. Oh, no, it's not a low blow. It's not a low blow. No, it's not a low blow.
Get on your knees for Donald Trump.
There he goes
All right,
again.
we're not getting anywhere.
There he goes again.
All right, let's move in. Carson, if you can kick us off with your final thoughts,
Thank
please.
God.
You guys
Thank
both
God.
did great, but we need to get out of that
Thank
bullshit.
God.
Carson, to you, please.
Absolutely.
Gonna say I suck his dick again? That was brilliant.
All right.
Could add that to the clipping, by the way, guys.
Go ahead, Carson.
Absolutely. What I would say is, Brian, you didn't even address my point of 1.5 million people dying under the Civil War, which is a disgrace. You don't value human life, and that's purely
what it is.
evident. And the big thing that you will ignore is all of the personal ramifications of Donald Trump. You will say that affects the ability of the country to run, yet you don't bring up any policy metrics that have been impacted by his personal life. Not one. You look at these two different viewpoints and view them as something together, yet 81 million people voted this person in power to be the leader of the free world, to be a strong leader for this nation, not because of his personal reservations, because that's with every president, but you try to link them, you try to interlink them, and that's why you're such a bad debater, in fact, is because you don't know the difference between empirical evidence and emotional evidence. And clearly your emotions get the best of you. You turn orange like the big bad orange man in Washington sitting in the Oval right now. And that probably makes you stay up at night. And I'm sorry for that, Brian. But here's what I will say, is that you need to get better at debating on empirical facts. You need to stop writing so many notes, because the fact that I can walk up here and list 5 numbers off the top of my head and it tears apart your whole argument as a 21-year-old who's broke as hell and just got out of college just shows that I'm doing pretty well for myself. And at least I would hope you'd have the respect to admit that.
No, I don't. I think you're an extremely unintelligent and unserious person.
Brian just got absolutely destroyed by a stoic Chad 21-year-old, and you just love to see it. And now he's getting unhinged. Imagine being Brian, looking across the table at everything you're not. That's what really hurts here. You know, 21 years old, ambitious, going places in life, intelligent, on the right side of history, you know. And there you are, Brian Shapiro, 50 years old or whatever he is. And that kid is everything that you wish you were. That's gotta hurt.
Called me a bad debater. You've gone to personal insults, and one of the first things you said as you got here, as you traveled here, because I assume you don't live here in Vegas, you had days and hours to come up with an opening statement, and one of the first things out of your mouth was, "I suck Donald Trump's dick." So if there's anybody that is, shut the fuck up and let me finish now, because now it's my turn, okay, dude? Shut the fuck up. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Shut the fuck up. This is my turn to talk now.
Oh shit, guys, Brian's gonna get violent over here, dude.
He licks sniz.
Okay, asshole, you smug little bitch. It's my turn to talk. You said I don't care.
That's to me the least most intimidating thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's watch it again, guys. Imagine if someone came up and, like, this is my dream for someone like Brian to come and do this to me, like at a bar or something one night.
Because now it's my turn, okay, dude? Shut the fuck up. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Shut the fuck up.
Bro, one hand tied behind my back, feet shackled. Just the left jab. That's all I need.
It's my turn to talk now, okay, asshole? You smug little bitch. It's my turn to talk. You said I don't care about human life? How dare you? How dare you? I don't care about people on the right or people on the left, where they come from. I don't want people to suffer. I want people to have the ability to have health care so that they don't die and that they don't get sick. In the big and beautiful bill, up to 20 million Americans have lost their health care, okay? I care about those people. I don't characterize them as on the left or the right. I care about people that are getting gunned down in the streets. I care about people like Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Renee Good's last words,
I really wish that I had the "how dare you" sound. How dare you?
I'm not mad at you, bro. Alex Preddy's last words, "Are you okay, ma'am?" I care about a 26-year-old whose 3-year-old is in the back seat, who's going to have to grow up now without a father. I care that it's a rogue agency, that there are people all over the country, okay, that are getting murdered.
Brian cares, guys. He care. He's the most caring, and his empathy is the mostest. He has the mostest empathy. Brian, this appeal to emotion is not going to make Sarah want to let you hit, because that's what he's ultimately doing right now. He wants Sarah to let him hit. Like, let's be honest about this, okay? It's what these male feminist simps do. 1 minute, they're saying, look how emotionally intelligent I am. I have so much empathy. I care so much. Please, please touch my pee-pee one day. And then the next minute, he's in Rachel Wilson's DMs and that Savannah girl's DMs, and he's being sexual and weird and asking them sexual questions and harassing them. This is what we should be concerned about. Men like Brian. Brian, I'm not gonna let you hit, bro. I'm not gonna let you hit. Some Colombian pesos from Patricio, thank you very much. Oi, oi, oi. Demon J says, Destiny is the Kuma Gremlin. Can we please make Bryshap the Mushroom Goblin? I need to get a Bryshap sound. Blaine says, but Jake, he's a syndicated radio host with billions of listeners. That's true. He has 9 billion listeners every day, so I should pipe down. I should pipe down.
I care about the fact that we are in an ill-advised war in Iran, where innocent children in Iran are dying. Thousands of innocent people in Iran are dying. People in Israel are dying. Our soldiers are dying. I care about everybody, not just if you're on the right or you're on the left. So for you to say I don't care about human life makes you a moron. Now, going to some of the policies that I've talked about time and time again, whether it be the war in Iran or the biggest tax breaks for the top 1%, I'm not a very religious person, but I'm pretty sure Jesus would say, you want to help people that are struggling. You want to help people that are poor. The people that are most vulnerable in our society, who I care about deeply, are the ones that are suffering the most from Donald Trump's policies. So listen. You can sit here and you could say I suck Donald Trump's dick, but I think we all could know, everyone that is watching this
has zero awareness of clipping. Bro has zero awareness.
Stand by
suck
for
Donald Trump's
examination and
dick,
suggested
Trump's
proper-
policies. So listen, you can sit here and you could say I suck Donald Trump's dick, but I think we all could know, everyone that is watching this that is neutral, who wears the Donald Trump knee pads 24/7, and it's the smug 21-year-old prick that I'm looking at right now.
We make a good team, T7. Don't worry, T7. We'll find plenty of ways for you to help out. Is there something you need to tell me? How old are you? I'm starting to see why you're so useful, T7.
Yeah.
It's always hard to lose someone.
now. So have a nice day, bro.
All right. Please, for fuck's sake, shake hands on that one.
Happy to shake.
That was still good. That was great. I love you both. Now cool down. Oof. Woosa. All right. Them, let's get you here. Jesus Christ.
That's some good fucking spaghetti.
This one will probably be a little bit more calm. I actually like them.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. We've been
actually like them.
fond of each other, but let's not be too nice.
Hey, I match people's energy, bro.
Yeah.
I match people's energy. That's what I do. If someone's going to start up a debate and say I suck dick, then, you know.
I don't think. Are we taking a break?
Let's watch Brian get called a dumb fuck.
Definitely easier to make. But I do like the stir fry that I make.
Want to go, Brian? All right, and then, Brian, if I could get one look in the camera with reading that prompt out loud.
Shit in the bag.
Next prompt is why I believe Donald Trump is the worst president in history.
Nice.
So, Brian, one of the things that I heard you talk about with
the fuck do you mean tomorrow?
Don't like people who say things they don't believe. I think you're.
No, dog, you can't plan that far ahead, dog. You gotta do it now,
I
dog.
share you my standard. We might disagree on the standard. But I had this chat
fucking
with
start with
American
that.
at a kitchen table, even someone center left.
I can feel Brian like radiating anger as soon as that sort of stuff happens. I feel like you're a fucking idiot. That's the politest way that I can put it.
You're saying Trump's worst president ever. I was doing the research on this. You're familiar with James Buchanan, President James Buchanan? Not so much. No worries, I got you.
Do you want me to interrupt you, or do you want me to let you finish?
Looks like Tarnus was combining all your weapon projects to create something codenamed Desolator. We believe Angrel's arming his battle cruiser with it.
And it's no coincidence I've lost contact with Agent Galen. The enemy is raiding our weapon research facilities to build that device.
Darth Angrel already has the other weapons under his control. Agent Galen walked into a trap.
We can't let Darth Angrel... Securing Nar Shaddaa is vital, but there's another target just as important on Terrace.
You have another super weapon on Terrace you didn't tell us about?
I'd rather not say more until you're there.
What else are you hiding, General?
I'm not the one doing the hiding. You'll understand later. Too many security breaches here. When you reach Terrace or...
Oh! Whoa!
So I'll keep going.
Okay.
Don't
be a fucking idiot.
Well, you look. The facts are going to be what the facts are. You're here to defend yourself. Always appreciate that about him. So Patrick,
Kind of weird though. 10 seconds into your statement, you would call me a fucking idiot. That's a little strange.
Well, see, James Buchanan, when he left office, there were 7 states that had seceded from the Union, a rival government. They had obtained, started seizing federal property, and then 6 weeks after his administration, the Civil War started, where Americans were killing Americans in the most deadly American war ever. So, all you have to do to prove you're not a fucking idiot and that you believe what you're saying is explain how 7 states leaving, forming a rival government, seizing federal property, and then on top of all of that, 6 weeks later, literally killing each other. So, I'm happy
Well,
to
first
hear
of all, my first question would be, why would you show up to a debate wanting to debate a fucking idiot? That makes you a fucking idiot. That's number one. You went out of your way to be here to debate me. Everyone.
I mean, definitely not. Love debating fucking idiots. They're the best. They're the funnest. The cut says, does Brian realize innocent children are married off to grown men? Does he care? He'd probably care that much. He'd really care more than you. He cares so much.
here isn't here to debate you, so no, sir, I'm not a fucking idiot. Number two, if you want to talk about Americans killing Americans, I'm happy to. I know you're laughing, but it's true, sir. If you want to talk about Americans killing Americans, and by the way, I'm not going to defend Buchanan at all. He was terrible. He was awful. There were a lot of bad things happening at that time. There are really bad presidents in history, but if you want to talk about Americans killing Americans, it's happening right now. And I can go down the list of how it's happening now. I can start with ICE. I can tell you that Barack Obama, while he deported millions of people, and people did.
Someone says thought Vic was meant to be there. Well, they were, but Brian had.
Republic Command sent a walker. About time. Help us
Brian
put it through its paces,
said that
would
they
ya?
couldn't go there because he knew that he was going to get absolutely destroyed. So Brian
did die in custody. We didn't have people out on the streets that were killing Americans. We didn't have people on the streets that were killing people that were Mexican nationals or people that were legally allowed to be here with their 3-year-old kid in the back seat. There are people, Americans, killing Americans. We had something called January 6th. Americans died, okay? You can laugh about January 6th because only a fucking idiot would laugh about a day where innocent people died. And by the way,
7 states seceded
are you
from
gonna,
the fucking
okay, so you let me finish because I'm talking about Trump administration, okay? People that are killing Americans, okay? It happened on January 6th, and it happened directly because of Donald Trump. Yeah, it happened. What?
Yeah, law enforcement.
A law enforcement person killed Brian Sitnick.
So you're going for it. So why don't you go ahead and make your claim?
No, go ahead. What law enforcement official killed Brian Sitnick and attacked 140 officers? Some of those officers now have traumatic brain injury. Hold on. You know who Brian Sitnick is, or you're not?
Yeah, he's a guard.
Did a law enforcement
media said died because of Jason?
What did the coroner say the next day? What did the coroner say to a media?
So let's just skip ahead.
No, let's not skip ahead. I'm gonna prove who the fucking idiot is in this conversation. What did the coroner say? No. Wait, you don't know what you're talking about. Hold on, I understand that. I understand that. Why would you laugh about people that die?
What happened? Where? Got fucking stopped, dog. Holy fuck. It fucking killed them, dude. What are you talking about, dude? Oh.
Okay, thank you. What did the coroner say about Brian Sitnick?
I don't know. What does that have to do?
Of course you
with-
don't
what
know,
does this have to
because
do
you
with
laughed.
the Trump being the worst
Okay,
president in history.
because we had something called January 6th. It doesn't happen if Donald Trump.
Or the Capitol building. 50 comes in from Ortho Xavier. Appreciate the donor. So this could be a part of a cruci-tune. Brian Shapiro confronting Jay at the bar, saying it's my turn now. You think I'm joking? Shut the F up. You think I'm joking? And Jake just being a chat. And then feet shackled, you know, just the left jab. Just the left jab. Not even allowed to throw a hook. Appreciate the 50 though, Ortho Xavier. Guys, it doesn't appear as though we want to be sending Brian. I've got this clip on TikTok here. Do we want to be sending it up?
Doesn't lie about the 2020 election.
So
but
are
I'll
you
give you the
saying-
opportunity to answer that. Does January 6th happen if Donald Trump doesn't lie and say the election was stolen?
Is your claim that J6 makes him worse than James Buchanan?
Does January 6th happen if Donald Trump doesn't lie and say the election was stolen? Don't be a fucking idiot. Answer the question.
Of course it does. It's like
Oh, really?
7, 8,
Okay, so let me try to. I know you're trying to be funny and facetious on a very serious topic.
Just gonna get this clip here, guys. Give me 1 sec. Just gonna make sure I've. Got this
Ryan sucks Donald Trump's dick.
what?
Ryan sucks Donald Trump's dick.
Now we haven't got the full edit that I wanted before, but this is a good start. It's certainly a good start. If somebody makes that edit, guys, that's the wager today. We hit the goal. We can both post that on Twitter and post it in Brian's DMs and watch him lose his mind. Up to you guys. We need to hit the goal though.
I answered a direct question.
No, you're just being a clown and you're not being serious.
I glitched you.
I find, okay,
Go
no,
ahead.
you're being a clown.
Okay, let's.
Does that day, hold on, this is important. Does that day happen, okay, in front on the Capitol, if Donald Trump doesn't lie about the election?
Most likely there would have been folks protesting, but there's a belief amongst the left that Trump summoned everyone there and there's some group monolith that decides who's going to show up. A lot of people showed up to protest for
Why
a
were
lot
they
of
there?
reasons.
Why were they there?
A lot of them were there because they believed that the election was stolen.
Who said that? Who started that?
A lot of people said that.
Who started
you
that?
guys want to reduce the
The
entire
leader of the free world.
conservatives into one group that has one pipeline because you guys bow at the altar of
What do you mean, you guys?
the leftists and folks who argue like you.
Oh, okay. So what's my political?
Independent, is what you say.
Who have I voted for? What's my? You know who I voted for?
You voted.
I'm just anti-Trump, so I must be a lefty. That's a very.
Well, so why
only a
don't you
fucking
do the
idiot would
prompt?
say that.
Right, so like
Yeah.
you chose the prompt. By
I
the way,
did.
I showed
I
up
did.
on your word.
I did.
Trump, worst president. My opening line, nice and easy.
I don't defend Buchanan. I never would.
So how was Trump represented in 7 states?
Well, I was getting there. I mentioned, for starters, attacking the legitimacy of elections, which I think is a big deal. He's the only president in American history that has not conceded. What I was trying to get at is it caused January 6th. When you were laughing about it, yes, you're right. Ashley Babbitt did die. It's very sad. I wish that didn't happen. There are a lot. There's a lot of people. While I would never make jokes or laugh about a woman who served the country, I would also say that unfortunately she complying. Now this
also she was armed with a knife.
She was. You're right about that. But here's my issue, right? And it goes to ICE, which I did talk. I heard Tom Homan last week say, just comply. in regards to a young Mexican national who died in Houston, Texas a few weeks ago. By the way, no evidence that he was trying to ram at officers or anything. A 26-year-old in Maine with a 3-year-old in the back seat. No body cameras, and we did see a video that was released 100 feet away that shows he was going at about 2 miles an hour. Even DHS admits he wasn't trying to strike an officer. But it's interesting, right? Because Tom Homan says, just comply when it comes to these shootings. But when it comes to Ashley Babbitt, that all goes out the window. Was Ashley Babbitt complying?
So what the fuck does this have to do with Trump being the worst president?
Because Trump, I'm so glad you brought that up. It's a rogue agency that Donald Trump has perpetuated, and under the Obama administration or the...
Brian really does struggle, doesn't he? He doesn't really know how to explain and substantiate. The worst president in US history. Okay, you can make the argument that he's a bad guy. He's done bad stuff. Even if you did granted all of that. Granted. All bad. Very bad. Orange man bad. But how does that make him the worst president in US history? That's the question. Caleb says he's poor right now. That's okay. No problems. Thanks for the $2. Caleb.
Doug, you never told me how your dad survived the Vietnam War.
Nick Dick Wiener says, I'm not a religious person, but Jesus would agree with all of my political opinions. Brian did the meme. Pay your tax
What
money
regiment did he serve in?
And Chicago pipe fitter Aaron for 20 says, here is a $20 for that clip. Well done, sir. Thank you very much.
No, I'm just asking, dog. You don't have to be a dick
Jake,
about it. You don't want to tell me. You don't have to tell me.
You are.
You fucking piece of shit.
Guys, next I want to review some Stu Peters.
No, you could have just said, no, I don't want to tell you. But you're fucking giving me some smart-ass fucking response.
ICE agents weren't murdering people on the streets. They weren't taking the First, Third, and Fourth Amendment rights away. They're going up to brown people and saying, show me your paperwork, with no reasonable or articulable suspicion that they've committed any crime. That's Gestapo bullshit.
Ryan Slater comes in and gives 10 Rattlesnake TV memberships. It's good to see. I mean, I don't see Ryan these days that much. But he occasionally pops in. But,
it'd be a pretty cool power to have the power to make people shit their pants, like whenever you wanted.
W's for Ryan there. Long haul Nate.
Don't you think?
Participation has monetary value. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Clown. Because the Supreme Court said they could do that. So if you believe in the courts, you sit here and say,
yeah, there's no way to trace it back.
The Supreme Court said, tell me explicitly, you can stop people. And Sotomayor,
ask them for ID.
Sotomayor said she didn't like it. There was a dissent. But the highest court of the land said what you're criticizing was lawful.
Hold on. So let me just get this right. Okay, let's talk about the Supreme Court. So can you please tell me what law where the Supreme Court said
uses of that.
You can
it's
randomly go up to
if you're going into an interview and there's a bunch of other candidates,
you
just make them fucking shit themselves.
It was a recent one. I think it was in the last 2-3 years.
Right at the beginning of the interview.
Were, can you approach people based
on
these
it's not like an incognito. Like you can make it very apparent. Like they just like shart their pants. It's like very loud. There's no like covering it up. The smell. Oh man, what I would do, and I would take, like it's actually unreasonable how much pleasure I would take in doing this.
Question 2.
I would start doing this to some of the hottest girls I've ever seen. I would start doing that to the hottest girls I can find. Because you never see a woman in a compromising position like that. I just want to destroy all of her social circles. I want her to become friendless because she keeps shitting herself. Like, yes. Like some of the chicks in The Office, like, I've imagined, like, okay, I do it once. Maybe she can get away with it. Like they don't know it's her immediately and she like, sneaks up, but then I'm going to keep doing it every fucking day until she has a mental breakdown.
Broadcast frequencies. If the enemy makes a move, I want to know about it.
Oh, God. But I'll take it. We'd better get
What do you mean, dog?
Let's go save the galaxy.
There's no harm being done. She ain't going to fucking die. And you don't know. She might be constipated. What if you're helping her? you have power to do whatever is involved with shit. You can make it a fucking shit that tears her asshole. You can make it a fucking loose stool. Or you can control whether she like farts or not. Everything related to the fucking the digestive tract out the asshole. What's the reverse?
General, I've arrived on Nar Shaddaa. Still no word from Agent Galen?
Nice.
Negative.
Yeah,
Considering
dude,
what you
just
learned on Lord
gonna
Mantel, we're probably
freak her
confronting a
out.
worst-case
I'll have her
scenario.
eat food
I'll warn you now.
and not shit for like 2 months, and then I'll force it out of her.
Well.
See how she like screams in front of everybody in the office while she's doing her work.
Helpless. The Senate authorized research into science we had no business exploring, using technology to turn ordinary
All right, well,
men into living weapons.
I can fucking
Our
go
guard
walk now
program
if you
was
want.
creating the ultimate.
Alright, I'll head out in like 5 minutes. I'll get on